last shot before our transfer. These shots continue, but today's the transfer, and we actually had our dose increased from 1 to 1.5 just because my progesterone levels weren't exactly where they needed to be, and so we need to go up. But I will be back after this shot to tell you guys a little bit more about what the day's looking like, but we have to be at the facility at like 11:15. I have to come with a full bladder, and then our official procedure is going to be at 1 p.m. Okay. Today is the day. We're on our way to baby leg transfer, and we're very excited. It's been one of those mornings for me. I'm hoping that it's just a perfect storm, and I was talking to a girlfriend who's also going through IVF, and she said, well, maybe this is one of the first trial and errors you have to go through of parenthood, which could be necessarily true, but it just seemed like nothing was working out for me today. Just being stuck in traffic, I didn't have my favorite breakfast, and like just overwhelmed. But now that we're finally on our way, I feel better. We did have to increase our dosage for progesterone because my levels aren't exactly where they need them to be. So I'm hoping that that's like a good sign that they caught that early. And I had to take a progesterone suppository before we left, 2 hours before our procedure. And now I have to chug a ton of water. They said, show up with how many ounces?
You're supposed to drink 10 ounces before, and then have 24 on reserve to keep drinking if you're having issues.
So I'm gonna find out why, but you have to have an incredibly full bladder before the actual transfer. So we're really excited. We're really excited to hear about our strongest embryo, because even though they're frozen, it changes on a day-to-day basis. So the embryologist will come into the room and talk to us about our embryo, and we don't want to know the gender. So for a couple reasons. One, we want to be surprised when we do go through the delivery, because
we've known everything else so far, so we've got at least one element of surprise.
Yes, and then also I really didn't want an attachment to a gender. If, you know, for some reason this transfer didn't work, if I knew it was a baby girl or baby boy, it may be a little harder. So there's a couple of reasons, but we're both, you know, we're supporting. I'm wearing pink and blue today. He's wearing his IVF shots shirt. The shots are getting a little better. He's getting way better at injecting them. I'm getting better at receiving them, even though it hurts to like sit. But
she's a beast.
Yeah. So anyway, we're on our way. We're done. Of course I cried.
It was intense.
Some deep breathing. It was very intense, even though it was very quick. But the whole process was just like, whoa.
It was incredible.
Like, whoa. And we have our embryo, our first baby picture.
It's back here.
And it was a very strong embryo, they said, and it hatched and thawed perfectly. But we did find out, which we already knew, that my canal is very narrow, so they had to use a very tiny,
very small
catheter to get in.
Well, they had trouble with the first catheter because apparently it's really flimsy, almost like a noodle, and so they needed to get a more sturdy catheter that they passed through, and then they passed the other catheter through it.
So it was a little bit of a hiccup, but they ensured that everything was fine. We actually saw our embryo go through the catheter and just go on its journey, and it was just so fascinating to see it in like the petri dish, and then how they hand it. It was like, what? It was, science is nuts. So now we are just on our way home to watch some happy, funny movies, and we're making a quick pit stop, which we probably shouldn't do. Don't spoil the surprise.
Okay.
But we're doing it because we've been following all these old wives' tales. So this is supposed to help with implantation. So if I must, stay tuned. The Golden Arches.
Lady was just...
I have no idea why I'm supporting this decision, but it's happening.
Old wives' tale.
Old wives' tales. Apparently it's a salt helps. What did you read?
Helps keep water, helps with hydration and fluids.
You clearly can't multitask. Okay. Small fry for me, that's it. But if I'm gonna eat fries, I'm going to have sweet and sour sauce.
Can I help you?
Yes. I need 1 double quarter pounder with cheese
No.
Okay.
and small fries
Okay.
and sweet and sour sauce with that.
Anything else for today?
That'll be all.
All right, first one will be 894.
I do not support your burger. This is not health food. We basically have a garden in our home. Came home to a lot of beautiful flower arrangements and plants. Oh, everything is so beautiful. My mom got me this amazing succulent. Just absolutely gorgeous. There's our baby. Oh my gosh. Such a special day. Yes. These fries were a gift from my friend Abby, who's also an IVF mama-to-be. Hopefully. We are praying for her. She sent me a Venmo to get us fries. I'm only going to have a few, but I need my sweet and sour. And then, yeah, this is interesting. I'll get to that at some point. Lots of different fun activities to keep my mind occupied during our 9-day wait to see if we're pregnant. So this is an adult coloring book, which I love, and I love this. IVF, what the F. This, I am going on a social media detox, so this is going to help me. Some origami, which is interesting. I've never tried. And this poem for new moms, which will be interesting to read as we prepare for baby.